as they're setting up surveillance in the apartment complex. Anything that moves out of those apartments will be taking enforcement on the street.
Police are waging a manhunt for an armed fugitive we've been calling Booth in Chicago's south suburbs, 39 miles south of downtown. The Cook County Sheriff's gang investigators believe their suspect is hiding out at an apartment complex, but don't know which unit yet. They've set up camp a half-mile away, while undercover officers are keeping an eye on the building. They've also got confidential sources trying to verify the apartment number.
The information we're getting from informants is saying that he will shoot back. He doesn't care if it's the police or not, so just keep that in mind. Not that that's going to happen. I just want everyone to make sure if he decides to start shooting, everyone just make sure they find themselves covered. All right? Or if you can see him, take him out.
Until they're ready to go in, police are watching every car that leaves the complex to make sure the fugitive doesn't escape. And they've just spotted one vehicle whose driver could be Booth.
There's Jenna, we got it in front of us. And he said he's not going to go easy. That if he has to shoot the police, he will. We're going to be taking it down in Sandpiper. Let me see those hands. Shut the car off with your left hand. Everybody keep your hands up. Hands up.
But it's a false alarm. Booth's not inside.
What's wrong with you people? Drive around weed in your car. Alright, we're going to break loose. We're going to head back and regroup. Let me just get this information. We're doing RWC on these two kids.
By the time he's done, investigator Matt Jenna and his team hear from one of their informants. They get the apartment number they've been waiting for. Now, it's time to grab their suspect.
This is going to be that building right there.
Jenna and 9 other armed officers, including several U.S. Marshals, head up to the apartment. The resident there gives them permission to search. They find Booth and another male inside. Both surrender without incident.
Alright, you guys copy that, right?
We all had that in our mind, knowing that this guy is willing to shoot police. So your alertness is definitely heightened. Are we going to take him? Is this going to be the time? So everything is a little more stressful. That's for sure.
Authorities place both men under arrest. They'll charge Booth with 15 total felonies, including aggravated discharge of a firearm and attempted murder. He could serve life in prison if convicted.
It's nice when you get someone like this off the street because the violence is going to go down. Even if it's just a little bit, it's better than nothing. And it's not so much that you don't care about the other gang members who got shot, or you don't care about, that it's the kids, and that's what, I have 3 kids of my own at home, and my concern is all the kids that are out playing, and now it's summer vacation. That's what makes this one that much better.
Now that the manhunt's over, the sheriff's police turn their attention back to other cases, including the crystal meth traffic in Boystown. Investigator Mike Davis is moving forward with a pair of informants we're calling Tango and Cash to set up that area's main meth dealers. One target's already fallen through, so Davis and his street informant begin pursuing another. They've just completed their first successful buy.
How do you think the transaction went?
I think it was fine.
Were you real uncomfortable up there?
I didn't act like that, but my heart's racing even talking about it.
Really?
Yeah.
This informant, whom we've named Cash, agrees to continue working with police in order to help his boyfriend bargain for probation or a reduced prison sentence.
Let's just say that the person I'm doing this for, I care a lot about. I wouldn't do this for myself. You feel like someone's outcome is completely on you. I mean, I've paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for lawyers and phone calls. I've disagreed with different decisions that he's made, but I'm not going to try to control somebody. But if I'm going to stay with them, I have to accept whatever outcome.
We had an informant in there. We also were able to make a buyout of that location, and what we bought tested positive for crystal meth.
Cash scores another transaction for police several days later. It gives them the evidence they need to make their first Boystown arrest.
It's a very small apartment from what our informant's telling us. Entry, Mike Gleason's going to be on the point, followed by Moose, followed by Demas.
Did you ever think about you be doing this?
The crazy thing is, love, and somehow you justify things you would never do, things maybe you don't even believe in. And I have crossed lines that I thought I would never cross to help him.
Police make a successful hit. They take their target into custody and recover the narcotics and paraphernalia they'd hoped for, thanks to Cash.
The guy was great. He was probably one of the best informants I've ever worked with on the street.
Even so, there's no guarantee that Cash's efforts will pay off for his boyfriend Tango, who still has to convince the state's attorney that he'll go clean if he's given a second chance.
My thought is he going to get back out there and use again? If you look at true addicts that are really resourceful, they usually have set up safety nets and surround themselves with enablers, and it almost appeared as if that's what was going on. We got to see his boyfriend doing anything he can to help a guy that's probably been arrested 5 or 6 times. I think he's going to feel used. Yeah, there's no doubt.
When it comes to drugs and crime, some patterns can seem almost impossible to break. By the end of another summer in Fort Heights, the sheriff's police have received more than 100 calls about gunfire. Even though they've aggressively reduced crime by more than 33% since they took over policing here, they still face an uphill battle.
There's been a culture of lawlessness out here for many years. The culture of violence that's got to change. And it's only going to change when we get cooperation from the residents.
Our hearts go out to the kids. They didn't ask to be born into this mess. It's sad to say that some of them, their future may entail being out here selling the drugs. They don't understand that life exceeds far beyond the boundaries of Fort Heights.